Today I removed the tub spout. You can see this Mickey Mouse job. This is a new home in 2008 and they put a bunch of putty stuff to cover up the opening. It's kind of depressing, but anyways, I'm just trying to fix the whistling noise on it. So this one's going out. I'm replacing it with this thing here. This is an American Standard one that everyone buys. Taking it out was easy. I just had to put an Allen wrench. First clean this opening as best as possible because it had mineral deposits. Lefty-loosey, and then once it's loosened, you can just slowly, I would loosen it lefty-loosey in any case, that way you don't over tighten it. But I was just able to pull it out. Using a little sanding bar, I sanded off the edge to make it as smooth as possible. I might also do one last thing. Last thing is you see where the O-ring is, isn't that black O-ring? I might put in some lubricant. You have to use special lubricant so it doesn't dry out. So let me come back and show you what I'm going to use. So this is the grease I'm going to use, silicone grease. It's not like petroleum jelly, which would deteriorate the O-ring. This should work just fine. This is for plumbing. And so that rubber O-ring, I might put some petroleum jelly so it goes into the hole better. If you're thinking about switching your spout on your bathtub, before you put it in, there's that black rubber O-ring. If you have one of these with the Allen wrench, you might consider putting some silicone grease so it comes into the hole a little better. If you're using the ones that are twist-on, you might not need to do that. I'm not an expert. I just want to put a reminder here. Don't use petroleum jelly, I don't think, but just check, just Google it to make sure. First, I'm going to put in some silicone around this tube here. Mine is the slip and fit. Then I'm going to put this thing back in, screw it a little bit so it's screwed in, and then I'm going to turn it and screw it in finally from the bottom. So this is not a tutorial, this is the first time I've ever done this, but putting this should protect it from the hard water that I have. So it acts as a repellent so it doesn't get, what's it called, rusted up. So that's a good thing, right? You don't want it to get rusted. But this was pretty clean after I took it out. Okay, so it has that on. Next thing I'm going to do is, everything's good, I'm going to, still need to loosen this a little bit, I think. Put it on, which you see from the top side. Like I said, I'm a real amateur, so if you're watching this, I don't know what you're doing. I'm reusing the moen cover right now, just because this thing doesn't fit on too tight. So now it's a little tight, I'm gonna go and twist it over now. And I'm gonna finish, what do you call it, tying it from below. And now I can switch the camera view. So I finished tightening it from below. Remember, righty-tighty. Now loosening it by accident. So I hand tying it. Hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna try. I don't want to do it too tight, so I can't get it out. Let's see if this works. No leaks, hopefully. Moment of truth. I'm gonna turn it on. Working so far. Now actually moment of truth is pulling this and no whistle. No more whistle. That's my weekend. So if you have a whistling noise come out from over here, it's like doo, doo. Mine would come and go. I should have recorded when I made this video, but I was just tired. I just want to get this over with. This isn't a tutorial fix. It's just me trying to make sure my house works okay these days. And so no more whistling Dixie. And it does leak a little bit from this, but I'm okay. I don't need something perfect. I might try to get the right part next time. This only cost me $10. And so if you're thinking about replacing the spout on your bathtub, it's definitely doable. This is just a video for words of encouragement. You've probably seen a bunch of the YouTube videos from plumbers. I've never replaced a spout, but I did last weekend. It wasn't that difficult. Of course, it'll depend on your scenario. My case was, mine had an Allen wrench on the bottom, Allen screw or whatever, and so it means mine was a slip-on. This is a moen slip-on. And so it was pretty easy to replace. I'll talk about some of the things you should take into consideration before you replace it. But again, I'm just a first-time replacer novice, and I was able to do it. It takes 5 minutes.